I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator from Central Victoria, Australia, and yeah, I'm super excited to be here this lovely Wednesday afternoon with you. I'm actually sharing with you this month's, so February's Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle. It is using the Cute as a Bug suite, which actually in the mini catalogue is one of my favourite suites. So as you pop on, please say hello, let me know where you're watching from. I'm going to wait a couple of minutes before we get right into it, but hopefully I have a few people come on and we'll get a little bit of crafting done and a little bit of fun. So hopefully everyone's had a really great week, a week so far anyway. It is only Wednesday. I'm not back into a rhythm completely where I'm happy to schedule a video for you each week, but I really am trying to get on here at least once a week and do either a video or a live. There is a video that went live for the Global Monthly Video Hop last night, so if you haven't seen that, once you finish this video, please go over and have a look at that, and I will be sharing with you my projects for that video, which is super fun. It's a really gorgeous project using kits, so fun. So hi everyone, welcome. What we might do is we might get into it because I'm not sure how many people are going to come on or anything like that, but we'll just get into it. So just quickly, we are going to be creating the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle. Now this bundle tutorial is what I give out to all my customers who purchase whatever amount with me each month. It changes each month with a different suite. And we are 12 demonstrators from around the world who create a project using that suite each month, and the tutorial bundle has 12 projects in it, which is so amazing. They are really, really beautiful, and I was super excited when we decided that we're going to do the Cute as a Bug suite for February. The cards are absolutely amazing, and I'll show you the tutorial snippets of each of the projects as well once we pop the camera down. But let me share with you the card that we're going to be creating and my card for the tutorial. It's this one here. So simple, but it is the Simple Sweet Stampers. So we are doing simple cards, but super fun with the little marching ants. So we're going to be creating this one tonight. And if we have time, or if you guys want to see another quick and easy card, we might do another one. We'll just wait and see. So we will be doing that in just a few seconds. Hi Rachel, how are you? I hope you're having a wonderful little breakaway. So the Global Monthly Video Hop is another group of demonstrators that I work with each month, and our video hops go live on the 10th of each month now. We have changed the dates. It used to be the first Wednesday of the month, now it is the 10th of every month. And this month's theme for February is an alternate project using a kit, or alternate ways to use a kit in our crafting. So I created these cute little they're birthday cake boxes. It's a little bit hard to see, this is Petal Pink. I used the Birthday Fancy kit from the kit collection. It's still available now. It's a really great one, perfect for all your feminine birthday cards. But this little box is so cute, and inside it holds one of the, what are they called? Mr. Kipling cakes. They're actually really nice. So I've got a couple of those. What a great little gift for someone for their birthday, or maybe a birthday treat to give out to someone at a birthday party. So this one is the Petal Pink, which matches with the die cuts in that kit. And then I've also done a strawberry slush. Look at those little macaroons. So cute. Great little boxes, and I thought, you know, these would make such sweet little boxes. Now you could also change these up. You could make them Christmas boxes, you know, Halloween boxes, whatever you would like. There's so many different cakes that you can find in the supermarket with this design, so they would fit all those ones. And what a great little gift. So if you haven't seen this video, it only went up live last night at 10 o'clock. So if you haven't seen it, go over and have a look. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe and all those things. And it's also part of a hop, so there is lots of different ideas if you follow the hop along with my friends and fellow demonstrators. So that's there, that's ready to go. So many ways to use the kits. Not one was like absolutely Rachel. I actually was very impressed with everyone's projects, and it was nice to see something so different. You know, like everyone did such different projects that you're getting a really great idea of lots of different ideas. So, all right, let's pop the camera down and we'll get into the Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial bundle for February. Cute as a bug. Sweet. So I don't know whether you guys can hear, but we are having massive storms here in central Victoria right now. Lots of wind, so much wind, it's crazy. But I can just hear everything banging and clamoring outside. So I'm hoping we don't lose the power while we're on our live, but that could happen because it's super windy. Okay, so this suite, you can find it in our mini catalogue, this one here. Very pretty mini catalogue. Pages 42 is where the suite starts. The coordinating colours for that suite are Petal Pink, Cajun Craze, Crushed Curry, Old Olive, Cloud Cover and Blackberry Bliss. Hi Marion, how are you? And then we have the Sweet Bugs bundle. This is a bundle you can save 10% by purchasing the bundle. And I will say these dies are great. We've got extra dies over the stamps. So you've got these little toadstools are amazing. Then we've got some great embellishments. These are the Ladybug Garden epoxy shapes. Some beautiful Old Olive Rick Rack ribbon. And then some DSP. So I have this all here just to walk through really quickly with you. So starting off with the bundle. This is our new Stampin' Up packaging, which is really amazing because we can fit a lot more in our cupboards now than what we could before. So the photopolymer stamp set has 14 stamps. There's actually only 3 sentiments. So hello friend, love you lots and spread joy. But some great sentiments there. And then we've got all our little critters. And then there's 22 dies that go with that. So a few little extras there. On top of the stamps. So if you can see, these are so cute. We've got a butterfly, a snail and a dragonfly, and we've even got some fruit. So it's so fun, really cute. So that is the stamp set. This is the Old Olive Rick Rack ribbon, which, let's see if that picks it up a little bit better. Gorgeous colouring and something a little bit different. We had Rick Rack ribbon when I first joined, and I think that's going almost 13 years. So somewhere around then we had that ribbon, which is gorgeous. And then these are the epoxy embellishments. So I've got little ladybugs and some dewdrops, which look really great on flowers. As you can see, I've actually used quite a few of these. Excuse me. I've used quite a few of these because I've used this suite in a couple of my swaps for on stage in Sydney next month. So, and you'll see those videos next month as well, but that's really cool. And then we have this beautiful DSP, and I've got one of each colour and design. So we've got our berries. This one's really great as a background, but you can also either fussy cut or use the dies. So that you can use the dies for some of these images. Then we have one that is really great. You can cut these up and have your different scenes. So that's great. There's a different design on the other side. We have more little critters that you can fussy cut out or die cut. These are the ones that we're using tonight. Some more. Got a nice green background. And then we have our toadstools. This is absolutely gorgeous. I love the colourings in this one. And then if we turn them over to the other side, we've got some great patterns. So I'm not sure even what that would be called. But we've got some ferns, some cute little flowers. This is really pretty. Petal pink. I don't know, that's sort of like mottled. And our picnic blanket, which is so cute. So that is that DSP. Okay, let me share with you the tutorial bundle. Now there's a couple of ways you can get hold of this tutorial bundle. The first one being, if you live in Australia, you can join my team, the INKY Stampers, by purchasing the starter kit. My team get this tutorial every single month for free, just for being part of the INKY Stampers team. So that is one way. Also, if you live in Australia, you can purchase in my online store and you'll receive this free. Doesn't matter what size order you have, just by placing an order of any size, you'll get this absolutely free. And I've just brought in this month where if you spend $50 before shipping, on top of this bundle tutorial, I'm also going to be sending out a paper pumpkin card kit. So one of the cards in the kit. This month we're working on the Sending Hearts. So this was for January 2021. And you'll be part of a exclusive Facebook group and we'll craft them together. So a little bit of fun by shopping with me and spending $50 before postage. So super fun. Let's have a look at these little designs. So 12 cards in all. Lots of great colours. That's mine there. Some are using some of that DSP that uses the backdrop. Some have been fussy cut from the DSP and some have been stamped. So I've got a good array of all the products in this suite. I really don't think that you can go past the old picnic rug pattern. So cute. Alright, so I did actually put my DSP away of my pieces, so I do have to bring that back because I do need to grab it out so I can cut my little pieces there. So let me find that piece. So we are using basic white thick cardstock. We also have Old Olive cardstock, and Old Olive ink is our main one there. So I think we'll do this one. It was right on top. I don't know what I was looking through and looking for, but it was right on top. So I do need to just grab those little ants, and I think this whole page is going to be cutting out these little critters anyway. So what's on the other side? Those little flowers. You do get 2 sheets of each design in the paper pack, so you can afford to use one whole sheet of cutting out your little critters there. Alright, so let me grab my kit. I do have it all cut up and ready to go. So again, basic white thick card base. I just love this suite. I think it really did sing to me. So anyone watching, do you guys have it? Or is it not something that you really were that keen on? So we have a piece of matting Old Olive cardstock and another piece of the basic white thick. So that's just going to layer over the top of the card base. Got a piece of that beautiful DSP picnic rug and a piece of Poppy Parade cardstock just for our matting. And then for our sentiment piece, another piece of basic white and our little die cut pieces. So we're going to start with that background stamping on our basic white thick card base. And I do need my stamp here. So in this set there's this nice big flower. This one here. And these are actually really big stamps, which is great. You can see how big that is. That's a nice big stamp. And that is a way bigger block than I need, but that's okay. We're going to, will we go to the next one down? Let's do the next one down. It's a little bit of an overkill. And German Shepherd hair. Okay. So Old Olive ink is the ink that we're going to be using, and I do want to grab just a piece of scrap paper because we're going to be stamping off the edges. And rather than stamping all over my grid, it'll just make it a little bit easier. So has anyone been crafting today? Have you made anything or crafting this week? What have you guys been up to? So we're just going to randomly stamp this piece of cardstock and make it all pretty. Like so. A lot of it is covered up, so we don't have to worry too much, but sort of fill in the areas. Not quite so uniformed. We've moved our stamp around a little bit, and I'm going to use the ink pad again to colour in the little flowers. So it stamps the flowers in the outline. We're going to go in and colour it, but I don't know how well this will pick it up. Probably not real well, but we're going to use our INKY Stella. This is a great way of colouring in with your inks. You could also use your water painters. Stampin' Up no longer sell them, but you can get them here in Australia. You can actually get them from Kmart. They come in a pack. So we're going to be really, really careful not by adding too much liquid. And I did put a little bit, probably too much, in my lid there. We just want to add a little bit of colour. And I've got a little bit too much INKY Stella in there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just add some ink onto a block, and then I can pick this up. That's going to give me a lot more colour and be nice and shiny. Now this actually, INKY Stella is almost completely out, so this is a great way of using it after it's empty. You can use it as a water painter. The other thing too is once it dries, like empties out, grab some of the alligator alcohol that you can get from Bunnings and then fill it up. You'll get, you know, at least another good fill, if not 2 good fills. You just sort of fill it up and then give it a good shake. There is so much sparkle and shine in the cylinder in here, even once you've used it. And then you'll just sort of get less and less sparkle, and then you can just use it as a water painter. And it didn't cost you anything other than the INKY Stella. So if you're not filling up your INKY Stella cylinder once it's empty with alcohol, and I call it the alligator alcohol. It's a green bottle, and you can get it from Chemist Warehouse, Bunnings, all those places here in Australia. Oh, thank you, Rachel. You like the stamped background? Yes. You could also use any one of those beautiful DSPs as well, which would make it even more of an easier card, but you want to have a little bit of stamping besides our sentiment. I think that would be too simple, wouldn't it? Marion's been playing with the Spotlight on Nature, making beautiful cards. I did actually go over and see Marion's cards just before I went live, and they are beautiful. Gotta love the old butterfly, and she's used DSP with, you know, flower backgrounds. Really pretty. Okay, we're getting there. You could probably take a little less time doing these, but I think the extra sparkle is really pretty. If you don't have the Wink Stella or you don't want to use your Wink Stella, just use your water painter, and you know, it still gives it a really nice pretty look. Now I'm leaving the leaves in this background, just focusing on the flowers. And I know I probably should have coloured the leaves and left the flowers white, but I wanted a bit more pop of colour than just with the leaves. So that was my reasoning. We do have green flowers out and about, I know that, so you know, it's not like as though we can't, and even if we didn't, we could still change the colour to an unrealistic colour. It doesn't matter too much. How much do you fill with the fluid? Rachel, all you do is you just take the barrel off. You've got to take this black piece off, and then you just fill it up. It doesn't take much at all, so you just do it really, really gently. I don't know how many mils that would be, but just be really careful when you're popping it in. Give it a really, really good shake, because you'll find that all the sparkles will be in the cylinder here. It'll also be in that black stopper there. So yeah, just pop it to the side, put it back on, and you've got so much sparkles there, which is fantastic. See how pretty that is? Nice. Okay, so let's bring that kit back in again now. We do have one more stamping that we need to do, which is our sentiment piece. And there is our white piece. We're going to use the Spread Joy sentiment. Like I said, there's only 3 sentiments on there. Hello friend, love you lots, and spread joy. I'm going to pop this in the basic white, and I've gone with the thick. I'm going to start layering our card together. Actually, no, let's do our die cutting first. So we do have this one. I'm going to grab those dies, and this is that time that will actually, the dies will cut at our DSP. So there's the three ants. I'm going to bring in my little mini, which will be perfect for this. Now, I honestly think this DSP pack is one of those DSP packs that you could get away with just purchasing the DSP and creating lots of cards. Use the sentiments that you have in your kit, like in your craft cupboard, and there's so many images that you can fussy cut from in the DSP. So if you're watching your budget, or just trying to be careful on how much product you're buying, this is definitely one of those DSP packs that you can grab and use for all your cards. It does mean that you are going to be fussy cutting all your images, but there are lots of people out there, and I know Rachel and Marion both enjoy fussy cutting, so perfect for them. And this cuts out really nicely as well if you're not so much of a fussy cutter. I don't know, I don't mind for a couple of things, but I don't do a ton. My feet of the cut and emboss machine, little mini, are dirty. Alright, so we have all our pieces ready to go. Let's start layering them together. So we're going to add our basic white to our old olive, and I love these two colours together. I've always been a blue girl, but no, the older I get, the more I'm going with greens and loving greens. So that's that. That is not popped up, which is not like me, but we're going to glue this one down as well to our card base. And this is a side opening card. So let's pop him down. It's very stunning with that pop of white, really, really pretty. Just a little tiny strip of green underneath, but lots of white, which is great. We have our Poppy Parade cardstock and our little picnic rug. We're going to adhere those two together. And of course I didn't pop this one down with dimensionals because this piece is the one that's popped up. But before we do that, we're going to grab that Rick Rack ribbon, say that fast, and I'm just going to add a little layer around this piece. So we're not using a ton of it. Now it does fray quite badly with this ribbon, which, you know, some people might not like that. I don't know. I have seen many a card where people have used it and it's frayed and it's still looked really good. They've actually played with it a little bit to make it fray a little bit more, so I think it could look good that way as well. So let's just add a little bit of tear and tape. This is going to adhere my little ribbon to the back. Isocol rubbing alcohol. That's it, Marion, thank you. Without looking at the jar, I didn't want to say what I thought it was. So just sticking that down into the adhesive there, and I'm just going to run it to the back and stick that piece down as well. And I'm a little bit of those people that worries about my cards falling apart. So because I do that, I'm actually going to stick another piece over the top just to make sure that that is not going to go anywhere. So like that. And let's grab our dimensionals and pop that up. Oh, Rachel, you've just added a few drops. No, fill her up. Absolutely. You know, the first time you do it, it'll be pretty much like a brand new Wink of Stella. If you do it again, it won't have as much, but it's still better than nothing, and you're getting, you know, a lot more for your buck then. So I'm going to pop this down in the middle. Seems a shame that we've coloured all those in just to cover it up, but that's okay. And I'm going to benner cut my little sentiment here, just the left hand side. Now to benner cut, what you're going to do is you're going to cut down in the center and then come from the edges to that center piece. That's going to get you a perfect benner every time, as you can see. So I think I'm just going to use some tear and tape on the ribbon here and just underneath to secure that down. Perfect. And we're going to add our sentiment. Cute. And our little ants that are marching along in their band. We're going to take some dimensionals and just add those. And I'm going to have to sort of chop a few up just to fit. Make sure they have good support. This is sort of a little fiddly, but even the minis would be, I think, too big for this. So using the bones or the edges of your dimensionals work perfectly. There's two. And the next one. Going to add the smallest one in the center. And the reason I'm starting in the center is to make sure it's nice and centered, and then we can get them nicely spaced on either side. So nice with that little bit of ribbon. You know, you're not using too much, but gives it that nice little extra effect. This is so cute, but we all know marching ants are not something that's cute. No one likes ants. Okay, let's add a couple of these little ladybirds. I'm just gonna, ladybugs, add them to our little flowers here. And also one just here on the ribbon. How cute is that? Such a fun little card. Using the bundle, but you could definitely get away with adding a background DSP. Actually, you could use the meadow, the little flowers, or the, what is that? This one as well. That would work so well. So that is tonight's card. I thought if you guys have a bit more time, I thought we could do one more really quick card just using the DSP. What do you guys think? But just so you know, this is part of a bundle tutorial. So it's the Simple Sweet Stampers Tutorial Bundle. You can get it free with any order in my online store in February, or you can join my team, the INKY Stampers, and you can grab that as a free gift for being part of my team each month. It changes each month. Oh, thank you, Rachel. Yeah, you can get a lot out of that DSP. There's so many little images, and what I really liked, which is what I thought, if we do another card, I sort of grabbed this one out when I was grabbing the DSPs, and I thought, you know, these make such simple cards. I really like this one, so I thought I might make one with this, and I just grabbed a scrap piece of Mossy Meadow and a scrap piece of cloud cover, as well as a basic white. I thought I might do a card base in basic white thick. So let's cut that down. We might as well make another card. It's going to be really quick, very simple, which is also really good. So let's cut our card base and we'll score in the center. So a top folding card. Like so. And then that DSP piece, I really want to do this one. So we're going to grab that out. Now the piece of Mossy Meadow that I grabbed is actually just a little bit smaller than that image, but it's just a scrap piece that I grabbed out of my bin. So what we might do is I'll cut this down to the right length. And these would be great for your memory keeping. If you do pocket pages, these would do really well, or very quick and easy cards. So what I thought, actually that fits pretty good there. I just need to take a little bit off the top. So let's do that. Let's see if that's enough. No, a little bit more. And that matches perfectly with that scrap piece. Look at that. On that. And then we can either use the stamp set to create, oh, I've got the cloud cover as well. I don't know, I think I really like that. Do we want another layer? We could do another layer. What do you guys think? Another layer or take the cloud cover away? I'm not sure now that I've put it on. I don't mind it. But I'm thinking, I've actually used the Spread Joy and Hello Friend a lot in this bundle. But I really do like the Love You Lots. And if you have a look at these, this image, it's like as though all the pieces are coming off, you know. Make a wish. Could be like a daisy where you pull each petal off. Keep the cloud cover, Marianne says. All right. I don't think I want a huge border, but I do like that size of a border. So we might cut that down. And this is completely winging it. I'm not measuring anything. We're just making it work. Oh, I think that is so pretty. So card base. Perfect card, just the way it is. You could leave it just like that. I'm thinking I might want the sentiment. Love you lots. So let me find where I put my stamp set. I've got stuff all over my desk as usual. Here it is. So I really like that Love You Lots. And I could stamp it over the top. I could stamp it underneath. Or which would look really nice. Or we could get a piece of, I'd say cloud cover, and stamp it on the cloud cover. And I really like that thought, so I'm going to do that. We can see whether it looks all good or not. I've got the cloud cover ink. Or would Mossy Meadow might look nicer. Mossy Meadow, I think. Ooh. Mossy Meadow, I think, would look better with the sentiment. Yes. Okay. Cut that down. So again, you can use your scraps that you have in cardstock. Don't have to use a lot, but I'm sure we all have. Actually, I had fairly big scraps. Cloud cover, I have big scraps, but normally I have lots of small ones. And I don't think I want a banner cut, but let's just cut this down. It matches up too much with the ends. Okay, really like that. And I'm thinking we can do one more thing with it as well. So we might add all these layers together just with our liquid glue. This is so pretty. Think of all the different cards you could make just with that one piece of all the different cutout designs. So will we pop it up? Will we leave it flat? This I think has to be popped up. What do you think? I think it has to. There's not many things that I don't like popped up. We've got dimensionals, let's use them. Move him over just a tad. That wind has not let up out there either. Apparently I can't get that centered, but that's okay. And I think we might just glue this down rather than popping it up. We've got the pop up with our sentiment. Let's glue this one down. The simplicity of the white card base is one of my favorite things. And then let's finish it off. We'll bring these embellishments back in, and rather than using our little ladybugs, we've got our little dew clear embellishments. Let's add a couple of those down. Ooh. Oh, so pretty. And another little one. Let's move him up a little. That's better. Absolutely beautiful. Look how gorgeous that is. Very, very simple. Just using some scrap cardstock. Beautiful DSP. We've used the stamp set, but if you just get that DSP, you could use a sentiment bundle or sentiment stamp set that you have in your stash, and I'm sure there's lots in there that you could find. This would make a great birthday card. It would also make a really nice sympathy card, which no one really likes making them, but we all have to make them, and that turned out really, really well. And here is the other card. So this is the Cute as a Bug bundle. I really hope that you've enjoyed the couple of cards that I've created tonight with you. I've appreciated your time, spending a bit of time with me tonight, and helping me along as I'm creating. Oh, thank you everyone. Yeah, so super fun. I hope to be back next week with another video, but don't forget to go back and check out, if you haven't watched already, my video from last night with the Global Monthly Video Hop. We did alternative projects with kids. That's my projects there, a little cake box treat holder. And yeah, so this month's Simple Sweet Stampers tutorial, you can grab that by joining my team, by purchasing in my online store. And now if you live outside of Australia, and obviously you can't purchase Stampin' Up through me, you can go over to my blog and purchase this tutorial bundle that is over there as well. So go over and do that. And yeah, all right everyone, hope you have a great rest of your week, and enjoy your weekend, and I'll be back really soon. Don't forget, we have Tracy Sunday Challenge on this week as well, and guess what, the theme is bugs. So if you would like to create a card with bugs, Stampin' Up have brought out so many different bug stamp sets over the years, so you might not have something that's current, but I'm sure you've got something in your stash with bugs. Come and join in, share your card in the comment section of my business Facebook post, and yeah, we can create together. All right everyone, enjoy your night. I'll see you all really soon. Bye.